you could see it more than a motherfucker who just green. You know what I mean? I was saying it's a difference between having security and then when you do homie security. Security not gonna let the venue get closed and y'all all outside congregating, chilling. When you leave an event, you go straight from the event to the car. Somebody holding the elevator, the driver up front. You gotta limit the exposure because hopefully wherever you coming from, right? They had metal detectors, so it was checking niggas that you could at least be a little bit safer inside. But the place you most vulnerable is outside.
Listen, bro. As long as they paying these dudes $25 an hour, this kid don't mean nothing, bro.
Yeah, but I don't even think they had no secret. I think they were just rolling with with Jay Prince homies, man.
No. Nephew then was out there. You right with them. They didn't put because by all right, as if they was out here with me, or if I was out there with QC and them, right? They cover's supposed to be right, especially down there. They claim this thing they got, is what it is. And you even remember when me and you had the conversation.
Yeah.
I questioned it. Told me I was tripping. I said, all right, well, we'll see what it is. We're trying to see what it is, right? So, nobody that's with me, that's tied to me, is going to be applying pressure in any kind of way to my guests. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Lack of respect, sign of disrespect. You know that.
It looked like a nigga was trying to mediate. I watch this shit so many times, man. Like, I feel like it shit replayed in my mind. It looked like a nigga was trying to mediate it. I don't know if you really look at it. It looked like a nigga gun went off and he shot Takeoff in the torso up close. And that's when shit kind of get a little weird.
For that to happen, homie, that mean a gun was raised. Ain't no mediating once you up that thing. End of the day, bro, that conversation, all I heard was nephew Quavo say, man, we out. Let's go.
I'm going to be honest, though. What he said, too, though, he said, y'all going to make me hurt somebody. And for a lot of niggas, you in an environment with all niggas now, that could be...
I have something to say about that.
That could be taken as a threat. Like, if you and a nigga arguing and in your face, and all of a sudden he said, man, Wack, I'll slap the shit out of you, nigga. You gonna immediately respond how?
Depending on what the situation is.
Well, clearly in this situation, like I think some Quavo felt a nigga was trying to press him, but the other nigga was trying to mediate it because he said, yo, they family with us. He's the Mike Prince. He said, yo, they family with us. So it ain't gonna be no disrespect. It's family. They ain't gonna try to disrespect you type shit. And then all of a sudden they started talking about basketball and some other shit.
Should have stopped there. It should have been over with.
Yeah.
At that point. But at the end of the day, I advise all artists, bro. And I stand on this shit. We had a time where it's a reset going on. It happens about every decade or so. There's been a lot of crazy shit going on the last year. You know what I'm talking about. Outrageous, crazy shit. Motherfucking robbery shoots in Beverly Hills. Way out shit, right? Like, bro, do what you gotta do. Fulfill your obligations. All that extracurricular activity just because, minimize the chances of some bullshit happening and cut that out your program, bro. And wait this shit out, bro, and see what next summer looking like. Do what you gotta do. Do your studio time. Do your events that you have to do. But all this, let's just pull up over here just because, fuck that. Eliminate the possibilities of some bullshit happening for no reason, bro, and get out the way.
I wanted to ask you this too, right? Because I really disagree with this principle, especially when it comes to shit like this, right? I don't think this is happening because, like, with this situation, this not rap doing it. It's the culture around rap. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas shooting dice basically still in the hood.
No longer exclusive. Superstars used to be exclusive.
Yeah, that's true.
Do them like that. Niggas think now you gotta go to the hood and be seen with the gutter to be, official or to be. Nah, bro. That's what you got the internet for. Bro, feed your fans. That's all the fucking official you need to be, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. You
know what I'm saying? Putting something out on TikTok, dropping a video, dropping something on the streaming platforms. or even just feed them, on Instagram, bro, it's got way more reach than going to fuck around over here where it's, 300-400 niggas, from the hood.
Yo, here's the funny part too, because I ain't got no legal degree, but I did a little research. So you know how they do it in Texas. If that shit is murder, you're getting life. If it's manslaughter, which is that might come into play, right? If it's just they could prove, you know what I mean? Well, it's two people. Well, it's actually 2 or 3 people shooting. So there's the guy with the. What you say?
I heard a couple situations off in the.
Yeah, but it's.
I heard a couple different things going off, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's a couple weapons going. Yo, so in a possibility, somebody could catch a manslaughter charge if, like, say they. I'm just giving a scenario. A nigga say
involuntary, accidental. I get you what you're saying.
Yeah. If a nigga say, yo, well, I was protecting Quavo. Yeah, I upped the fire, and yeah, I hit the wrong person, but that's accidental. So that's manslaughter. In Texas, the max you could get is only 20 years on a manslaughter. 20 years. On a murder, it's 100 years.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
I wonder, like, I was kind of seeing the video, and I was looking at your thing, and I was trying to position it, and it looked like, it was the left side, but I don't know if it was the entry room from the side, the back, the front came out of the side, back. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of trying to figure that out.
Hey, I got a 3D picture of the whole bitch. Listen, you see to the left. So when you look at it, right, there's 2 different angles. But on the left side, behind the first camera view, which there's a shooter back there, we never see that person. There's an escalator that goes to the first floor.
Oh.
There's an escalator. And then basically, because it's basically like a square. It's like a square. So it's an escalator there, and then the path goes, keeps going along. So I'm thinking whoever was doing something was probably either there ducking down or probably just either got out of there real quick. But this.
Oh, man, I'm real, bro. Like it was too many women in there, too many regular people in there. Bro, even if nephew said something like that, that's handwork, bro.
Yeah. Hey. Well, one of the woman who got online yesterday to say, yo, y'all stop saying takeoff died over a dice game. She put on her story today. She said, I already talked to the cops. I told them everything I knew.
Oh, bro, first of all, whoever did it going to jail. There's too many people in there. Somebody gonna tell. And there's too many photos and videos up of people for them witnesses to look at it and say, yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Nah, shit. Man, a situation like that, like, I you know what I mean? When I think as artists.
Takeoff was my favorite Migo. I told you that. That was my favorite. I love him all to death. But Takeoff was just so cool and laid back. He was a lyricist. I loved his bars and shit. He was he was the underdog, but he was the team player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I always looked at Quavo as the quarterback. I looked at Takeoff as he's the team player. When everybody going at it, he gonna go sit down over there in the corner till they figure out. And I always called Offset the Bobby Brown of the group, the bad boy of the group. I tell you, I mean everything, but that's just their character person. You know what I mean?
Man, yo, now I ain't gonna, yo, this shit is so crazy. Yo, you know what's so crazy too? And this is another thing I was saying about having that homie security. Every nigga act like they could shoot a gun and got aim, but the reason you want an off-duty cop as your real bodyguard or somebody really trained, man, going to the range don't equal when you at the range. Maybe you could hit a target, but not when bullets flying back at you. You're not still looking in the direction of the target.
Outside of Lil Wayne's security, which that's real security, them dudes don't give a fuck if you a Crip blood. They don't give a fuck about none of that, right? They trained to go and look like a lot of them ex-military or some crazy shit, right? Outside of Lil Wayne's security, it's a dude in Miami named PK.
Yeah.
He got a one hell of a security team, right? And these dudes move right, you know what I'm saying? Formation, They paying attention. They moving the artists around because they see shit the artists may not see, and they ain't giving a fuck about the artists getting mad, and they ain't giving a fuck about getting fired. You gonna fire me after they didn't got you back home safe. They cool with that, right? Because when you lose somebody on your watch, that's a strike against whatever you supposed to represent. You security, right?
Yeah. Yo, by the way, they're about to blame like, the Prince family just for, again, I see Sauce Walker put it up there like, nah, y'all niggas should have came to Houston with me. So, it's going to be some division among it.
You seen what he said?
What?
Josh Prince responded because he's like, man, I wish you'd have been with me. This would have happened. Josh Prince responded and said, it's up on Sauce Walker page. What you mean by that? And Sauce responded and said, I already said what I mean by that. Nigga already said it.
Yeah, nah. That's hey, I knew that, like, again, even when I was looking at the footage and shit, right? I knew it was possibility of a sloppy night happening when you have an artist and Jazz Prince, who's the son of Jay Prince, the nigga who helped found Drake. If they got to ride in a car, he's riding next to Quavo, and they got a gun right there on the seat. There's one nigga in the back who they said it was somebody's birthday somewhere around. So everybody's like a little bit, everybody's off, everybody's not on point. You never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Like you could never assume that an artist or a person of any type of worth is going to be able to have to defend themselves in situations like that. Not when they got to be personable.
I bullshit you not. And I think they went down there, bro, with the assumption that they was going to be with them, shit was going to be right, because QC moved one way and one way on it. I had a Super Bowl weekend. I booked, I assisted on booking Lil Baby for a party at a club over here in North Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Told the club people, when Lil Baby get here, I was parking right, make sure he can put in the parking lot where it's secure. They didn't listen to me. They let the street get jam-packed. They're begging me, Wack, please, we'll send our security to walk him down the street. I said, bro, he's 4 blocks away. He not getting out that motherfucking car to walk down the street.
Yo, what
crazy
the fuck?
Motherfucker. They said, Wack, can you talk to him? Absolutely fucking not. I love this man like a son. I'm not finna go down there and try to convince him to walk down this fucking block. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know what they did? They simply turned around and left, as they should. Kept the money. It wasn't on them. They couldn't get to a secure location. That's what it was. But, we can't get comfortable. None of us can.
Yo, by the way, I've seen them, back in, like, was it 18? I seen Migos, they pulled up to an event. And granted, it was mostly like, it was one of them complex events, mostly white kids there and shit like that. They had 20 security guards, man. I remember saying, I'm like, damn, they got about 7 security per Migo. Like, when they go into actual events, they're not with that, like, low budget, not being on point shit. It's being comfortable with clearly saying, yo, these the homies in Houston. When we link with them, everything's straight.
No man can control every wolf. There's always renegades that don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Really, they want to try you because they want to take the credibility from you and transfer it to themselves. That's the streets.
Wow. Nah, that's...
You don't act with us. The shit we on, what we doing, we just want to get into our motherfucking business, shake our hand, sign a fucking contract, let us know when the wire come and get back to where we're going from. Cool. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to take nothing from Act. Act ain't looking to take nothing from Wack. Whatever we can come together and do, utilize each other's resources, we do, and we keep it fucking moving. In hopes that we both continue to grow stronger in the game, because knowing we have a relationship, that I look over there and you be like, yo, Wack just got boom spot. That just let Act know, okay, one of my business partners, a nigga I fuck with, is in a better position in case I need it, and then vice versa.
Hey, by the way,
dog eat dog, bro.
Hey, and I know you stand by this principle too. It's a situation where I always say this, even when I invite people to, like, yo, come do an interview with me, come by my headquarters, or say you tell me, like, yo, Act, pull up on me to my situation. Like, I know I bear the weight of saying nothing could happen to the person I'm inviting because it's on my watch. Like,
my spot, bro, but nothing but security and love. That's it.
Facts.
But you ain't felt nothing.
Facts. Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Where we was at, was a bunch of soldiers that wasn't gonna say nothing to act. They was gonna head nod.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Wack.
That bitch got in it.
The play, yo. So everybody, this nigga Wack tells me to pull up for his, like, you know what I mean, he debuting his podcast. I'm like, all right, I pull up. I gotta support Wack. You know, Wack's a friend of the culture, and a friend of me, right? Man, I pull up to that spot. I seen every gang you ever read about in the textbook, and the thing is,
Bloods, Mexican.
nigga, everybody got their colors on like heavy. I'm